going on, everybody? Woo! Yeah, like the thumbnail says, what the hell is in the road here? Alright, I'm going to be Mr. Nice Guy. Yeah, that's just cardboard. I'll go get it out of the way, but, you know, it ain't going to hurt nobody to run that over, but it could cause an accident. Somebody trying to sort around it, but I'm not too concerned with a piece of cardboard. Anyway, like the thumbnail said, yes, a mistake was made during pre-op before my surgery when they see, you know, doing the stuff, pre-surgery stuff. That could have killed me. It might have almost killed me. Well, to find out what I'm talking about, hang around. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. My name is Matt. Of course, you're watching 9 Nose on 2 Wheels. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it don't cost you a thing. All it does is spread the video a little bit more. The more subscribers, the more the video gets put out there, the suggestions. As well as leaving a thumbs up. Leaving a thumbs up always helps. It also gives that middle finger to YouTube's algorithm. I would appreciate it. Now, before we get going on today's subject, you know what we gotta do. It's this episode's famous woman from the Walking Dead TV series that I would like to date. Let's go with Emily Kinney. Emily Kinney. This beautiful woman right here. And now, some of you might go, Matt, that's a little young for you there. Actually, she plays a young person, but Emily will turn 40 this year. 40. Wow. Talented actress. Great. She played, was it Beth on The Walking Dead. She's also a singer-songwriter and does all kinds of other things. Yeah, beautiful. You know, not a young woman, but she's still. When you can play somebody that's a teenager and you're almost 40 years old, yeah, beautiful woman. Definitely wouldn't mind dating her, that's for sure. So as usual, if you know somebody that knows somebody that might know somebody, to get a hold of somebody that could get a hold of anybody that knows anybody at the Walking Dead series, or anybody's got something to, I mean, her mailman, anybody that can get a hold of Emily Kinney. My email is 9mills2wheels@gmail.com. It is also listed in the more part of the description. And speaking of the more part of the description, be sure to click on the more part of the description and check out the links down there, like the links to Forgotten Angels. Help them end foster care abuse. Help them expand to other states. Get you a raffle ticket. Sign up for Harness, where your rounded up amount of your purchases made on your debit card will go to Forgotten Angels. That automatically enters you into all the raffles. And check out Shade Tree Surgeon and Shay Lacey's channel, linked down there also, for the latest motorcycle giveaway. That's right, you could win a motorcycle. But more importantly, you're helping kids that were aged out of the foster care system and kicked to the road with no skills or help whatsoever. It is worth every penny you send their way. Also check out Patreon. I have a Patreon. It helps me afford to be able to do this silly stuff that I enjoy doing, like equipment like this and travel expenses and all kind of stuff if I need to travel. My Patreon definitely helps with that. Your name will be listed at the end of the video, as well in the description, the more part of the description. Go down there and check out their stuff. If they have a YouTube channel, Instagram, whatever, it'll be down there. And hey, follow their stuff and thank them for being a Patreon. But if you can't do either, the best thing you can do is share. Share this video. Share the link to Forgotten Angels on your social media, well, places. Yes, I'm on the way to the gym. Listen, guys, I can't ride far. I can ride for 30 minutes or so and my ankles start bothering me a little bit, but it's better than before, because before I couldn't get out of the subdivision I live in without my ankle hurting. Here, I'll show you in just a sec. To get on to today's subject. Yes, they screwed up during pre-surgery, you know, setting me up to do the surgery and all that stuff. That could have actually killed me. I'm sitting there in pre-surgery, and when y'all remember, I've talked about it before in other videos before the surgery. I've talked about one of the things with the surgery, one of the things, because of the tumor in my lung, I tend to bleed a lot. And even though I have cardiac stents, I don't take any kind of blood thinners. They're afraid that the tissue around the tumor in my lung will start bleeding, which it has done. And then I would start coughing up blood. So one of the stipulations I had in the surgery was no blood thinners. Absolutely no blood thinners. Because the reason they give you blood thinners during the surgery is because you get a blood clot because of the surgery. But the chances of me getting a blood clot versus coughing up blood and dying and drowning kind of thing is a lot higher than the chances of a blood clot. So no blood thinners whatsoever. I don't even take baby aspirin. You know, a lot of people, if you know anybody that's got stents or anything like that, they take baby aspirins. I don't even do that because they're just too much of a risk. I have usually I don't have low platelets, but I have lower platelets, and that can cause bleeding issues also. So anyways, that was the deal. No blood thinners. So during pre-op, I'm laying there in the bed, and three nurses come in, and they're getting me all set up for the surgery. And, you know, they got IVs going, this going, that going, and they're pumping all them good juices in me that make you silly. And one nurse puts a syringe in my left leg. Right there in my left leg. And once she plunges it down, says, "Don't itch this, it's going to itch or rub on it, it'll bruise easy." I said, "All right." I said, "What was it?" Well, she should have told me what it was before she done it. But she said it was blood thinners. I went, oh my gosh. Y'all were not supposed to give me blood thinners. It's right there on the chart, on my chart, all my stuff. It says no blood thinners. None. So they said, well, the surgery can cause a blood clot. We have to give you blood thinners. I said, no, you don't. And I explained to them while I'm sitting there. I said, you need to go tell hot foot doctor number 2 and the anesthesiologist that y'all gave me blood thinners, because this could be an issue. You know, I could start coughing up blood during the procedure, and there could be a problem. Well, I'm pretty sure they didn't, because I'll tell you in a minute that they didn't go tell the doctors and that stuff. Now, just after that, I got stupid. Any of y'all that's had surgery, they done pumped that good stuff in me that made me a little silly. Now, I remember going down the hallway, and I remember even getting pulled on to the operating table off the gurney that I was on. But I couldn't talk. I was absolutely out of it. And so, when I woke up in recovery, this will give you an indication. When I woke up in recovery, the nurse says, you know what, they must have cut your mouth or something accidentally, because you have blood on the outside of your mouth. Well, I was still a little loopy and didn't think about it, didn't put 2 and 2 together. So the surgery took about 4.5 hours, I got there at 5:30 in the morning. I was the first person to have surgery that day. I didn't get home until after 4 p.m. So it takes a little while. Or, yeah, somewhere around there. About 5 p.m., I started coughing up blood. And I went, oh, that's right. They gave me blood thinners. Now, the coughing up blood wasn't panicking me. Because I know how much blood if I cough up more than 50 cc's of blood, there's a problem. It's time to go to the emergency room. But I didn't cough up more than 50 cc's. I did cough up for a little bit. And so I did go to the emergency room, though. There's another reason. It's kind of funny. So I didn't cough up enough to panic, but I did start coughing up blood. And I did go to the emergency room, but for another reason. And spent the night in the hospital. So a couple days after I went to the emergency room, like I said, I'll explain why I went to the emergency room here in just a bit. I had to have a follow-up visit with my primary doctor. And I hadn't talked to Hotfoot Doctor number 2 yet because I had an appointment with her, a post-op appointment with her in like 10 days. So I'm talking to my primary doctor, and I told him everything that's going on and everything, and how they accidentally gave me blood thinners. So he was looking at the notes from the surgery on his computer, and they could look at that stuff. And according to the anesthesiologist notes, it stated that I started coughing up blood during the surgery, and they had to suction it out. But yeah. That could have been a major problem, but they knew what they were doing. I didn't even know about it until I seen my primary doctor. But yeah, I started coughing up blood during the procedure because of the mistake made of giving me blood thinners when they shouldn't have. Now, somebody said, you could sue. No, probably not. Because when I went to the ER that same evening with a different issue, besides coughing up the blood, they did everything. If I get a scratch on my finger, they do a CT scan with contrast. That's the way it is. So when I went to the emergency room that following evening after the surgery, they did a CT scan of my chest. They did a CT scan on my stomach, because that's the reason I went to the emergency room. Mainly, yes, I was coughing up blood, but I wasn't coughing enough up to panic. Or if it wouldn't have stopped. It stopped after about a couple hours. They did a scan of my stomach also because I was having upper abdominal pain. A lot of upper abdominal pain, to the point where I couldn't move. It felt like all my stomach muscles were torn, pulled. I couldn't sit up by myself. I couldn't sit down by myself. I couldn't stand up by myself. I had to have help moving. That's how bad it was. So they done a scan, and by the way, the CT scan of my chest came back like the other 4 or 5, same size, nothing happening with the tumor, no activity, nothing. Okay? Now, however, they were looking for something in my stomach, see if it was spreading, the cancer, in which it was not. They could not find anything as far as cancer goes with my stomach, but I was backed up. The anesthetic stuff can cause you to have digestion problems, especially if you're under for a while like I was. I've been constipated before. This is why I'm telling y'all, because I think this is funny. I've been constipated before, but never to the point where I couldn't move, where I was having trouble moving. So they put me in the hospital overnight and gave me a bunch of stuff to help me go. And when it cut loose, let me tell you, it was kind of comical. Kind of. The poor nurse that was behind me, well, listen, they had to take me off my bed. They had to help me. Like I said, I can't move. I can barely move. It's like it hurt that bad. Excuse me. So the nurses had to help me get off the bed. They brought in a portable toilet. They had to put me on that, and then they left the room. And I kept, and when it cut loose, I kept going and going and going. And I don't know how long I went. I was thinking, dang, am I going to stop? After a while, I stopped and I called the nurses back in. Now, here's the funny thing. I had two nurses in front of me, one taking each arm to lift me up off the toilet, and a nurse behind me to do the other stuff. When they lifted me up, the nurse behind me goes, "Oh my God." And the first thing I thought was, uh-oh, there's blood or something in the stool, you know, in my stool or something like that. And no. She said, "I've never seen so much come out of one, at one time come out of somebody. Never. You can officially say I was full of shit. That's for sure." But yeah, it was like she was shocked. The nurses in front of me, were looking at it going, holy cow, they called people in. There was nurses and doctors coming. I should have sold tickets. I would have made $1 bazillion. And every nurse and doctor that came into the room went, holy cow. All of them had never seen so much stuff come out of a person before at one time. So yeah, and let me tell you, it wasn't too long after that I started feeling a little better. I don't know why. But what I'm saying is, I can't do anything. There's no proof that, well, I didn't die. There's no proof that they've caused any more harm to my lung by making a mistake of giving me blood thinners. The CT scans that they did, this is what I'm saying, showed no changes. So there's nothing I can really go, hey, I'm going to get you off for making a mistake and giving me blood thinners when you weren't supposed to. But I can't do that. It just, like I said, probably can't do that. There's not, like I said, I didn't die, and there's nothing showing any more harm than there was before. So, yeah, there's, they did make a mistake, and it did cause me to cough up blood. But other than that, that's it. So as far as the ankle goes, this is week 8 going on to week 9. Today is May the 8th, and it is 81 degrees out. 81 degrees out today, guys. It is just pretty dang nice. Almost breaking a sweat here at these lights. And I'm on my way to the gym. I am in physical therapy now. My foot does not want to cooperate. Let's put it that way. It is still swollen. It is, like I said, we're almost 9 weeks after the surgery, and it's still swollen, and it's still discolored. I'll show y'all. Hey, coming up, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know down below, would you like to see some foot pictures? Because y'all are my friends, I won't charge y'all. But let me know if you want a video with see my foot about 10 days after the surgery, and then what it looks like, several pictures along that line, and then what it looks like today. Well, that's going to be it, guys. I hope I've resolved my mic issue. I believe I have. I already recorded one video from it. I hope y'all enjoyed this this video. Be sure to check out all the links in the description. Visit, all them links as well. So, hey, 9 Mils sent you. Be sure to check out my Patreon. Be sure to leave a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe. What else can you be sure of? Be sure to leave a comment and all that fun stuff. Hey, here we go. You know how it goes if you've been here a minute. If you have served, or if you're currently serving in the military, if you're a firefighter, EMS, first responder, or especially law enforcement, you're in the healthcare industry. If you're a truck driver out there delivering the goods so we can have a good life, you vote, stand up for your rights. We appreciate everything you do for us and the sacrifices you and your families have made. Ladies, flash the stranger today. Boom.